Omulingo bazaire mu kutaliba namo okutunga sente z'omwana akimanyi nuko asobole kuba mwekambi kandi okutamu amaanyi omubyakuba nakola.
Sister Maria Nalbega from the Dominican Sisters lauded the government for serving humanity and said that the Catholic Church is proud.
Making Kakumiro proud. Abantu ba Kakumiro to be very proud because of Honorable Botnico. And thank you for making the Catholic Church proud of you.
BTM News Today.
I think I'm falling in love with that decoration that was in Kakumiro. That is the Catholic Church in there. But of course, we do proceed with more news making rounds in the media. Now, as the country enters the second day of the festive season in Kampala, most of the streets are still empty, with of course little or even little traffic to be seen. Now, however, as you approach downtown, the business hub in the city, business continues to operate, with many shops opening up and the street vendors back on some of the streets to be able to make some money from the Boxing Day sales. Our reporters, that is Prophet Magoba and Fred Chris Kisao, did make rounds on the streets of Kampala earlier on to be able to get you up to speed with all the details and the happenings in downtown. Let's take a look.
In our pathfinding mission to uncover the state of transport after Christmas Day, various roads were empty with roadside parking spaces deserted, a clear indication that the usual occupants had not yet returned from the Christmas holidays. On Kampala Road, one of the busiest stretches in the city, the situation was not different. The absence of traffic officers developed the situation. In the old tax park, from a distance the situation looked normal. However, taxi drivers decried the situation, revealing that the turn-up of passengers was very low, despite the park being filled to capacity.
Yaffe ya town service yasigadde eri bweri era ne kusawa ya leero kati ng'ewaffe ekibuli tetujja kugaa nti twatambuza abantu olw'ensonga tetuyinaayo kintu ky'amaanyi ekikirwe, tetuyinaayo biiki, tetuyinaayo kanisa y'amaanyi eri awo. Kanisa eziriyo zeza abantu ab'okukyala ezitalinyibwa taxi. Twasigadde mu bantu baffe abannoma ababulijjo.
Onaku ezaatuuka zino Boxing Day ku Lwabiri era ng'oggyeko emyaka giri egy'emabega gye nzize ndaba Nganze Bareke Salimu. Era wadde lwaweranga Boxing Day era ng'olaba waliwo ebbugumu eri abantu ogenda okucakala, ogenda mu bivula eby'enjawulo okukyalagana, naye era kati olaba nga balinga ababikire tebalina maanyi.
Salim Bareke attributes the low turn-up to the current economic hardships in the country.
Gyeko giri ebiri egya COVID-19 mbutuufu abantu baavu. Abantu babadde baavu kuba nze ntambuddeko ku masiteegi agamu naddala gano ag'ewalawala. Soroti Gulu waliyo mikwano gyange, Mbale, ng'era olaba enninnya yaabwe y'emmotoka ng'olaba si.
We do apologize, that is not the report we meant to give you, but however, in regards to that report, different taxi drivers, bus drivers in Kampala are decrying of a low turn-up of passengers who, of course, failed to show up even after the bus fares remained the same, and that is in regards to different transport fares to across the country. But of course, we'll be taking a look at how business is doing downtown Kampala as very many people continue to flock the streets and also try to make some money in this festive season.
The second day of Christmas is known as Boxing Day or St. Stephen's Day. St. Stephen was the first Christian martyr. One common explanation is that it refers to the tradition of giving boxes of food, money, and other goods to servants and tradespeople on the day after Christmas as a way of showing appreciation for their services throughout the year. However, the Boxing Day culture seems to be dying out in Uganda, notably in the city of Kampala, as everything was business as usual in the business hub downtown. In an interaction with some city traders and Kampala dwellers, they attributed this to poverty. Ismail Kavuma, a city trader, says people have been hit hard by the current economic situation in the country.
Genze naye ate emmotoka zikedde baleeta ku makya olw'ensonga lunaku luno lwabadde lwa bwavu bosi abantu bo baavu era kyova olaba nti kati essaawa eno abantu mu kibuga bo bangi tebagula olw'ensonga tebalina ssente abamu bazitutte mu kyalo ne babeera nga bazikozesezza ne zibaggwako kati essaawa eno abantu bakomyewo ate kweyiya buto era kyova olaba bankola mmere ya leero twandibadde tubagamba ekyandibadde kisinga ku sevinga bw'oba okola akasente terekako kubanga kakati bw'otunuulira ekiri mu kibuga wano buli muntu yenna olaba abantu bataawa butaayi banoonya.
However, Magumba, a dealer in electronic gadgets, contends that even with the bad economic situation, he has reaped high in this festive season.
Abaguzi mwe bali era bize akyakutte abagula engoye bali mugula wali ndaba wali omukala atunda mpale wali zitambula bali mugula masuuti buli kimu kitambula bulungi nange eggulo bekyabadira abajja okusuula mu kibuga mujje musubule n'abajja okugula ebintu bali mu kugula ate ebintu biri ku bbeeyi ya wansi twabyongeza bikyali ku bbeeyi yaffe ey'eggulo era yekyalimu.
On the contrary, amusingly, some have said they only left their homes for the city on such a day to kill boredom.
Anti abamu kufe tujja mu kibuga olw'owaka nti tububaala kati nganze embeerayo nzekka negamba kanje ntwalizeko obudde paka ezinawera saa 10 kuba saa 10 mba ne crusade okusinga okwewala olugambo lw'oku kyalo obeerako eno.
In Uganda, Boxing Day is not a widely celebrated holiday and does not hold the same cultural or historical significance as it does in the United Kingdom and some other Commonwealth countries.
Well, of course, that is how business is doing at the moment. We still take a look at some of those bigger stories making rounds in the festive season, as over 15,000 cows were slaughtered in various abattoirs across the country, and that was on Christmas Day to mark the birth of Jesus Christ. Now, this comes at a time when different districts like Chotila remained under quarantine due to the outbreak of the anthrax disease. However, Kampala City abattoirs have assured the public that they were working hand in hand with the Ministry of Agriculture to ensure that no animal comes from the affected districts, which could, of course, see to it the spread of anthrax in the human beings. We do have the details of this report.
As some districts in Uganda remain quarantined due to the outbreak of anthrax, city abattoirs have assured Ugandans that they are working hand in hand with the Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Husbandry to ensure that no animal comes from affected districts. While addressing a press at Port Bell Road City Abattoir, John Bosco Chidu, coordinator of the city abattoirs, noted that they are working hand in hand with the Ministry of Agriculture to ensure that cattle from the quarantine areas with anthrax outbreak do not enter the market.
The Ministry of Agriculture is very, very active on that issue, and we've been alerted by the Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Industries about the anthrax in some areas that have been quarantined, and we don't welcome such animals from such areas because every animal that comes here is verified by the veterinary doctors, and it has to be with a permit. So we consider much of the permit and the documents that cattle traders move with, and we don't allow any animal that comes in without a permit.
Aisha Naluvega City Abattoir spokesperson revealed that the medical team is in place to ensure that no contaminated meat hits the market for the festive season consumption.
So many people outside there are doing a lot of propaganda, especially about the foot and mouth and arthritis. But we just want to assure you that we have the best because we have the medical team in place and everyone is doing their work at their best.
Chidu also revealed that over 1,000 cows were slaughtered in the city abattoir, despite the transportation challenge brought about by poor roads in areas where the cattle come from, like northern Uganda.
Festive season we expect almost 2,500 to 3,000. So far it is above 1,500 there. So we expect to slaughter more because the turn-up has been good. People are buying, people are free, people are sensitized, so everything is moving well. The price from 11,000 to 2,000 to 12,000 swings is that we don't expect them to charge more. We don't know much about the butchers, but still, whenever they buy at a low price. I don't expect them to sell at a higher price.
Compared to the past festive seasons, Naluvega says this year's sales have slightly shot up, thus making more profits.
Compared to last year, I would say this year is far better. Like years keep on changing. 2 years back we had COVID, this time we don't have COVID. So I'm saying we are doing...
On the other hand, Chairman of Nsoba, Slaughterhouse Kalerwe, Suleiman Sekanyo, assured Ugandans of quality and safe meat, noting that they are engaging the government to ensure that they eliminate animals from the districts of Chotera and Ibanda. He says measures to examine and test all animals brought to the slaughterhouse have been implemented.
Kwebaza government obwangu bwe yakozesa okulaba nga ebitundu ebyali birwadde yabissaako mangu karantini ate ebitundu ebirala ebyali bitannalwala ne bisobola okuba nga bitusupplyinga ente ezo ze tusobodde okufunako ennyama gye tusobodde okuwa bakasitoma baffe.
There are some diseases in Upper and Western Uganda, like anthrax and whatever, so we are very careful with that, so we don't allow animals from there to come in our abattoir.
Tufuna ennyama wano tufunye ente okuva mu bitundu ebirala ebya Uganda, ate era tulina abasawo baffe wano babadde balina okuba nga ennyama eyo balina okugikebera, era mujjagira abo bamala okugikebera bagikoonako stamp nebanga ekkirizibwa okgenda mu bantu baffe okubeera nga bagirya nga terina bulabe bwesobola kubatuusaako.
An anthrax outbreak was confirmed on 29th of November 2023 in Kabira, Kasasa and Lwankoni sub-counties in the district of Chotera. According to the district surveillance team, Chotera district anthrax possibly started in June 2023 on a farm in Chamayembe sub-county following the consumption of the meat of a dead cow. John William Ogenda, Freddy Chris Chisao for BTM News Today.
Well, of course, we now speak matters of ADF terrorists in the country. Now, 3 people were killed last night by suspected Allied for Democratic Forces rebels who raided Nyabitusi Village 1 in Kamonja district in western Uganda just a week after a similar attack in another village in the same district did claim at least 10 lives. Now, Kamonja District Resident District Commissioner Isaiah Byarugaba did say the victims' houses were set ablaze by the suspected rebels. And following this incident, Felix Kulaje, the UPDF spokesperson, did announce that they will be starting a recruitment of local defense units, that is LDUs, in Kamwenje and Kasese, together with the neighboring districts, to be able to bring up to speed security tightness in the region. Who was around 70 years and